Navigating the Rolex buying maze might sound like a chore, but what if we told you it's just 7 simple steps to land that dream timepiece? With its unmatched prestige and limited availability, snagging a Rolex in 2024 is more like strategic gameplay. You've tuned into Opulent Oasis, your guide through luxury's finest. Haven't subscribed yet? Smash that button now and keep your luxury game strong with our upcoming tips and tricks. And let's get started on business. Step number 1. Make your entrance. Now, your Rolex quest starts with the simple act of stepping through the store's front door. Instead of handling things remotely, show up in person. Enter not with a list of demands, but with an approachable vibe and a friendly face. Think of it as less of an interrogation and more of a casual drop-in. After all, this isn't just a transaction. It's the start of a potentially rewarding relationship. While you're there, don't just eye the merchandise, try on different models, feel them out, ask questions, and show genuine interest. Each interaction not only solidifies your choices, but also signals to the staff that you're a serious contender in the Rolex ring. Consider this step your grand entrance into the world of high-end horology. It's your chance to make a solid and memorable first impression. Step number 2. Forge genuine connections. Here's the scoop. Getting cozy with the sales team is more than just a strategy. It's about building genuine bonds. When you walk into that store, think of it as mingling at a friend's gathering rather than a transactional visit. Kick off with your own tales of watch lust and what makes Rolex tick for you. But don't stop there. Flip the script and dive into their world. Ask about their favorite watches or what thrills them in the world of horology. It's about showing that you care beyond the casebacks and complications. Getting to know them personally isn't just good manners, it's a smart strategy. Each time you visit, mix your passion with a genuine interest in their stories. Remember, a good conversation is like a good watch, well-balanced and memorable. By consistently engaging in this way, not only do you stand out in their minds, but you also plant seeds for a relationship that might just bear fruit in the form of the perfect watch being offered your way when it ticks into the store. So keep it cool, keep it sincere, and let your interactions be the bridge that connects you to your next Rolex masterpiece. After all, in the quest for that dream watch, it's not just what you know, it's who you know, and how well you know them. Step number 3. Make the conversation more than timepieces. This time, dive into conversations that go beyond the bezels and bands. Think of it as making new friends, not just contacts. This step is all about creating a vibe where both sides feel equally appreciated, not just transactional. If you're someone who's a tad shy or feels a bit rusty in the charm department, a quick flip through a self-help book or a browse through some savvy online tips on building relationships might just be your secret weapon. Remember, the trick is to shift the spotlight from you to them. It's all about forging connections as authentic as a precision Swiss watch, which might just guide you to the timepiece of your wildest dreams. Before we reveal our next step, think about joining the Opulent Oasis community. Keep up with our top-tier content and hit that subscribe button. Ready to boost your watch game? Step number 4. Play it cool with your watch wish list. Now, when you're chatting with the staff and they pop the question about what you're looking for, here's a savvy move. Steer clear of naming that specific watch. Instead, open up about your life, your passions, your weekend plans, even your latest adventure. Paint them a picture of who you are. This not only gives them a peek into your world, but also subtly guides them towards what type of watch might tick perfectly on your wrist. Say you hint at loving rugged, adventurous styles without dropping names. You've just set the stage for them to match you with something like a sturdy Explorer 2 or a sleek Submariner, keeping the elusive day date out of the conversation for now. And if they mention adding you to a waiting list, offering vague promises of future availability, take it with a grain of salt. This might be their polite way of maintaining a facade of fairness, or they might genuinely be in the dark about their stock. The list might seem like a golden ticket, but it's often more of a placeholder than a promise. So keep cool, stay engaged, and remember, the art of subtlety could just be your best friend in this high-stakes game of horological pursuit. Step number 5. Keep the connection strong. Step 5 is all about turning the waiting game into a win-win situation. Instead of just tapping your foot and checking in on that dream Rolex, why not make every visit to the store a little more like catching up with old friends? Talk about that hilarious mishap on your recent vacation or the huge family gathering you just pulled off. It's about sprinkling a bit of personality into your chats, not just business. And hey, while you're at it, why not take a detour through their other collections or even eye some shiny jewelry? It might feel like you're straying from your mission, but you're actually playing it smart. You see, the sales team often has targets to hit with non-Rolex items, and if you help them out, you might just become their new favorite customer. It's a bit like being the cool cousin who's always invited to dinner because you never come empty-handed. When you share those personal stories, you're doing more than just making small talk. You're becoming a part of the store's community. Think of it as earning your stripes, so keep the vibe friendly and engaging, and who knows, your next visit might just be the day they decide it's time to let you in on the secret stash of perfect Rolexes they've been hiding in the back. Step number 6, a masterclass in patience. As we slide into step 6, remember, Rolex isn't exactly pushing watches out like a fast food joint. With their limited annual production and a fan base that just keeps growing, it's a game of patience and perseverance. Authorized dealers have a knack for keeping their loyal clients at the top of the list. So what's the game plan? Show up, show interest, and let them see your dedication to the brand, not just as a passing fancy, but as a genuine passion. Regular visits and conversations help cement your status as more than just another face in the crowd. Think of it as nurturing a friendship. It's all about giving them every reason to think of you when that sought-after model rolls in. After all, in the world of Rolex, sometimes it's not about the timing, but about who's waiting for the time. Step number 7, keeping spirits high. Here we are at step 7. After 6 to 12 months of patience, your phone rings or pings, bringing news that could either be music to your ears or a slight off-note. Imagine this. They call you in, not just for a chat, but with a tantalizing offer. Here's the twist, though. It might not be the watch you originally wanted. Think of it as their way of taking your commitment for a spin. You can play this 2 ways. Take the watch they offer, showing your game for anything, or hold out for the one you truly desire. Opting for the latter, we politely decline their offer. It's key to keep your reply grateful yet firm, making it clear the watch isn't your style without closing the door on future deals. If you've navigated all the steps with charm and tact, what comes next is the sweet spot, getting the watch you were after from the start. Remember, a little kindness goes a long way in the world of high-stakes watch trading. People tend to favor those they genuinely like. So how did you find our walkthrough on securing that Rolex? Drop your thoughts and insights below. We're all ears. Enjoyed the video? A like goes a long way, and don't forget to follow us for more luxury escapades. This is Opulent Oasis, signing off until next time, where we hope your time is as well spent as ours.